Hey everybody. I'm sorry I haven't put up a video in a while, but I got a story to tell to explain myself. But back in I think it was 2014, I had lost my cat that I had for probably close to 16 years. She passed away, and literally the day after she passed away, this black cat was coming into the neighborhood, and she was feral. Like, you couldn't touch her, you couldn't do anything, but she was so starving and hungry. Like, if you put food down and she saw that you had a dish of food, she'd wait until you put it down, and she would, you know, come and eat once you left the food alone. So eventually I got this cat to come up on my porch. I would put the food down, and for like 3 months I would do this. And I would always try to pet her, scratch her when she was eating, because it got to the point where she would literally come while I was sitting there, and she would eat as long as I didn't touch her. Well, one day, this cat lets me touch her while she's eating. I started scratching her back, and she did that thing the cats do. You know, they put their shoulders up like, oh, that feels good, to the left, to the left. And from that moment on, that cat, I couldn't get her off of me. It was amazing. Like, she just turned into a whole different beast. She was skittish around anyone. If I had visitors come over, she would run and hide. She just didn't like other people except for me and my partner that she got used to. Make a long story short, she was amazing. She was like my, what do they call those? Those like assistant service pets that you have. Not that I needed one, but I was like, she was mine. Like, if I wasn't feeling good, I would just bury my face right into her fur, and she wouldn't do any. You know, they say cat scratch here. This cat would lay on her back with her legs like that. She was so trusting of me. Anyway, make a long story short, that was back in 2014 when I found this cat, and she became my pet. And all these years, it was just, you know, she was there for me. Moving, you know, living on the other side of the country away from family and all, you know, even though you have a partner, there's just a certain thing, you know, if you're a pet lover, you know what pets do for you. And this cat, 4 days, I think, after my surgery, I was doing videos. I never told anyone. I kind of went into a mode. Anyway, she met a horrible death. We have coyotes out here. I didn't see anything, but the people who found her, you know, and I was able to reclaim her collar and her tags and stuff. You know, they told me that she had passed from coyote attack. And the cat never left the property. You know, she would stay in the backyard, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, it was affecting my health. Like, at nighttime, like I said, I'm 4 or 5 days out of surgery. I'm getting up, walking down my street, calling for this cat, because I didn't get the call till almost 2 weeks after she was missing. And I had to shut down. Like, I couldn't even mourn her death, because I could feel like it was affecting my healing and my health. Like, just between not sleeping at night and walking the street, my poor neighbors, I'm walking out there, I'm like, kitty, 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 at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I just had to block it. Like, I couldn't mourn her death. Like, I know it sounds horrible. Like, how could you not? I had to shut down, because I was like, if I let this rip me up, it was going to fuck me up, basically. Like, I couldn't deal with it. Not that, and my healing, and between the dehydration, and you know how it is that first week after you have surgery. And you know, I kept up a good front. I was good. I did what I had to do. I just couldn't think about her. And then one day, those fucking Google Photos, I picked up the phone, and it had that celebrate your pet day kind of thing. And I had this whole slideshow. And this was a few weeks, maybe like 8-9 days after. But I lost it. You know, I was just like, ugh. But I still haven't come to terms with it, because that was my kid. You know what I mean? It was like, and then to think of how she died and all, but I couldn't do videos or anything like that. I was like, it's just a mess. But I just wanted to get that out of the way and tell you guys what happened, why I disappeared, because I was a hot mess. I still am. Matter of fact, after this video, I think I'm gonna go cry in the shower. But no, I'm okay. It's like fucking nature. What can you do, you know? I know one thing, if I ever see a coyote in my yard, I'm gonna be like a wolf dog. I'll grab that thing by its throat with my teeth and shake it. But, you know, we gotta move on. And besides that, I'm doing good. I'm down to 219 pounds. Lost some weight. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a stall, but this week the scale hasn't moved. It'll go from 219 to 222. And, you know, I don't let it get to me because I know they say, you know, you don't even see the weight come off until like that steady decline until you hit your 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm hoping that's what happens. But I'm doing good. I've been eating my ricotta bake. What else? I went to a restaurant the other day, and it was a Mexican restaurant, and I got the pulled pork. I ordered an actual platter of food. It was pulled pork. I got a picture of it. I'll put it over here. It was just good. Of course, I could only eat like maybe 3 tablespoons worth of meat. The beans, I ate about half of that, the refried beans. But that was delicious, and it was nice to be able to sit into a restaurant and pretend, you know, that I was amongst the humans. That's what I say now. Because, man, let me tell you, my first outing that I had, we had gone out to Sherman's. It's a Jewish deli here in Palm Springs. And I sat down. It was the very first time that I went out. I got chicken soup because I was like, I'll just drink the broth. My partner's eating what the heck did he get? Pastrami on rye, the pastrami special with the mashed potato, the potato salad, all that shit, which didn't bother me because I'm not that big of a pastrami fan. But I'm watching these people eating, like this one lady, she's got meatball parmesan with French fries, all this food, everyone's eating. And I'm just like, this is torture, this is torture. But then I looked at those people that I was like, wow, she ate that whole thing. This woman ate, it was a sub roll that big with 4 meatballs in it. And then I looked at the party that was eating all that good food, and I was like, they're all close to 100 pounds or more overweight. I was like, you know, this is what you signed up for. You can't eat like that, even if you're healthy. And, you know, I see that now, but I would have never been able to make that decision on my own. I got jaw muscles and I got a stomach. I'm eating. But that was torture. But it doesn't bother me. I mean, I feel bad. I see these people saying, you know, they're starving and this and that. And I'm like, oh, it's head hunger. I try not to correct anyone on the support groups or say anything, because it's true. We all have our own story. Who the hell am I to tell someone it's just in your head, it's not your stomach? But that's it. I just wanted to let you guys know that everything is good. I am down to, I went shopping for a pair of shorts that were a large. I am down to a large and a t-shirt. This is actually a double X, but it's still pretty big. I miss my old clothes. They were so comfy. Now I walk around, my partner's like, you look like a hobo. You gotta get some new clothes. I was like, give me the money, bitch. I'll go shopping. But I got a couple new things. But yeah, the stomach, yo, it's amazing. Don't mind me, I got boxers on. But look, it's going down. So as long as it keeps on going down, I'm gonna be happy. But I hope everyone's doing okay. Thank you. I got some new subscribers out there. Thanks, and sorry, because a lot of you guys subscribed after I disappeared. You're probably like, what kind of motherfucker makes a video and disappears? But I'm gonna do another video, you know, something more into what we're all going through and what I've been dealing with that. Everything's good. The psychological end of it is pretty much the battle that I think we're all going through. And I'm gonna have a discussion about that on my next video. And I swear to God, today's Friday. I'm putting this video out. I ain't editing shit. I'm putting it out. I'll add a couple things to this video. My recipe, some people were asking about. Well, it's not my recipe. I stole the shit for that ricotta bake, but I improved it because people were like, it's like a dip. I'm like, there's things you gotta do to it, tweak it out, and trust me, you'll feel like you're eating lasagna. One lady, I felt bad. She's like, if I look at this ricotta bake one more time, I'm gonna gag. I was like, girl, I'm Italian. Give me a jar of gravy, a spoon, and a loaf of Italian bread, and I'm happy. But anyway, thank you guys. Sorry again that I disappeared. I'll have a video up this Monday, and it's a pretty good topic. It's something that I've noticed lately going around with people going on this procedure and some of the thoughts in our heads. And I don't know, I just hope I can give advice on how to deal with some shit. I'm not a psychiatrist. I could only say how I deal with it and hope that sharing that gives you guys some kind of insight on how to deal with it too. Cause it's tough, man. I had to throw my t-shirt away yesterday that said, give me something to eat. All right. Mwah.